Hello.
Hi.
We have a winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I'm sorry everyone for the delay and for making you wait this long to hear our thoughts on the finale, but we're back and we are sad to do this last podcast episode of the season.
I know. Maybe that's like low key why we were waiting, because like once we recorded this, it would be officially over.
I know. It's
Actually,
crazy.
it's because we're busy, because like it's the holidays. It's the holiday season.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a crazy week, but we're here, we're ready. It's Friday night and we are sitting at home
It's Friday
recording a
night.
podcast.
Literally Friday night. So, I know that a lot of people probably listen to it too at work or on their way to work or whatever, but maybe you'll listen to it on your Saturday afternoon stroll or something instead. I don't know. But I can't believe that this will be the 12th and final episode of the year. But it's been really fun. And I think you're right. I have been sad to do it too because
I
I'm
know.
like, and every time me and Katie were texting about it earlier this week, like, it'll probably just be a short episode. Let's try and do it. There was no way we were going to do it after a 3-hour finale. I'm sorry. There was just no
No,
way.
absolutely not. And
There
like
was no
also
way.
something about the finale is like I did want to give it time to like for me to like
Sit.
I wanted to sit with it and process it and think about what my thoughts actually were. Just because a finale is basically a sensory overload, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
And let alone the fact that it was 3 damn hours. And for what?
It
For
could have
what,
been like,
ABC?
okay, it should have been 2.5 max. Max.
No, it should have been 2. That whole first part, miss me with that. I don't want it. I've been
Yeah.
here all 12 weeks. Like I've been known what's going on.
I thought that was absolutely ridiculous that we like didn't even open with actual openers or like the
There was
montage.
we didn't even get something to like really kick it off and get us excited, like with a big like production.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they gave us nothing. So if you're in our Facebook group, which as always it's not our Facebook group, Michelle Salerno is our founder and mod. She does a great job. We love her so much. She's just the most supportive person. But it's from Lynn the 10 DWTS on Facebook. It's fun. There's a lot of wonderful people in there, and we all talk about what's going on. So it's just a fun place to do it. But anyway, that being said, where was I going with that?
I don't know. We were talking about how long the finale was.
Yeah, sorry. If you're in the Facebook group, then you know, because I couldn't stop talking about this because I was just so flabbergasted. So I sent my fiance to the liquor store to pick up a bottle of wine that we are going to give his brother for Christmas.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Brother,
alert.
if you're listening.
Chris, if you're listening, you knew this was coming anyway because you're impossible to buy for, but we love you. So I bought it online. Like I had like picked out the one that I was like, this is a good one. I think they'll like it, whatever. Bought it online. It's right by where Brennan works. So I was like, hey, will you swing by and pick this up? I've already paid for it, whatever. So it turns out they didn't have it in stock. And I was like, damn it. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll figure something out later. They just opened a butcher shop owned by the liquor store next to the liquor store, where it's like awesome, like it's like steaks, and they even have like you can go there, and you can get lunch during the day. Like it's amazing. I've heard great things. I just haven't been. So he goes over there.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. At Buster's Liquor and Buster's Butcher in Tennessee. If you would like to sponsor me, I am so here for that.
Unfortunately, not sponsored by Buster's.
So I get a text and he's like, hey, they didn't have your wine, but I got us a tomahawk ribeye for dinner. And I was like, what? Like, that is such a man thing to do. I just can't.
DWTS finale fuel.
I guess. So
ribeye.
I was like, okay. And then I was like, well, shit, you know that I have like the event of the season happening tonight. Like, I cannot dick around trying to help you cook this behemoth, like, slab of meat, because I have to be fully focused on this 3-hour finale.
Well, so lucky for you.
Well, somehow we got it all done in time, when we sat down at the dinner table, it was like 6:53. And I was like, let's do this. Man versus food. It's me. I inhaled that steak. It was delicious. Brenda did a great job.
And
Buster's
what?
Butcher, shout out. But I was like, I can't miss the beginning of this. Spoiler alert, I could have missed the whole ass first hour and been fine.
I was gonna say, little did
As I
you
was
know.
sitting on the couch chewing my Rolaids so I didn't die, I was like, are you serious right now with this? And like, okay, if you want to do like a recap, I'm cool with that. For like maybe like 90 seconds, just to be like, here's what we've been through this season. Cool.
Here's how so and so improved. Here are the dances that they did. Here's where their redemption dance.
Basically, yeah, exactly. No, we got 2 full-length dances with this weird voiceover from one of the judges. Someone in the group said, I can't remember, why is this giving Planet Earth documentary?
No, seriously. I just thought that this, like, it seemed like what they wanted it to be, what they were shooting for, is they wanted it to kind of feel like a dance competition behind the scenes. And they would like go to the couples, be like, hey, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you getting ready for this? Are you nervous? But it didn't, I don't know, it just didn't cohesively go with like the vibe, because it was this weird voiceover montage moment. And then they would go straight to the couple who was very clearly just
pretending to rehearse.
Yeah, like bad acting. You know, we've got Ariana on the stretching table, and we've got Sochi getting fitted into a dress.
That chiropractic setup with that like skeleton.
Yeah.
Like that was a joke. That had to be a joke. They were like, oh, what does the doctor's office have? And then they put it in a spare like space on set, and they were like, perfect.
Kaylee, somebody named Kaylee in the group. You know me, I don't write last names, or names at all, hardly ever. But someone named Kaylee said, this is what happens when you like fall asleep with the TV on and you wake up at 2 a.m. And this is like, it's
fever dream.
Yeah, a 2 a.m. fever dream. But here's what I said. I said, if they wanted a recap, they would listen to the podcast, baby.
That's right.
Because the recap that they're giving is not entertaining at all.
No, it was weird and staged, and it felt like they got a 3-hour time slot and were like, oh,
we have no time. Yeah, we don't even know what to do with this.
What are we going to do with this? And it was a bunch of unnecessary filler. And like, for what? We watched Allison shove a donut in her mouth and mumble into a microphone. We watched Ariana. We were on like chiropractic TikTok for a second. Like, why?
Okay, what I wanted to talk about though, did Sochi really wear Whitney Houston's dress? Was that?
I thought she was talking about Whitney Carson.
I thought she was talking about Whitney Houston.
Maybe it's Whitney.
Well, someone can fact check us.
Who's another famous Whitney?
She can fact check us, or someone can fact check us.
Sochi, if you're listening.
Yeah, Sochi, if you're listening.
Tell us which Whitney.
I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? Is she wearing Whitney Houston's dress? Like, I don't know. So someone tell me in the comments, like, what I'm thinking, or if I'm wrong or whatever. But
I didn't go that direction at all. I thought it was Whitney, like Whitney from the show.
Yeah, and then they put up a countdown, and it was like, okay, 5 minutes until this actually starts. And so then the show actually started with an intro. And we got the intro.
Oh boy, did we ever get an intro.
All I have in my notes is that we've got balls between the legs. And I was waiting on you to go, hey, what do you call balls between your legs?
What do you call balls hanging from the ceiling? Chaos.
Literally.
They were riding those balls to the ground.
Truly, they were.
In front of God and everybody. And why? That was
all looked so awkward and uncomfortable.
Everyone looked like we've seen them dance and progress. And like even Allison, the awkward, kind of not as great one. Like everyone looked like they had never moved their bodies before in their lives when they were riding those mirror balls to the floor.
I seriously, because it was this huge ball, but I don't think the sitting area on top was big. And so it was like they were all scared to fall off.
They had harnesses on, so I don't know
But
why.
still,
Why
but
you just?
still.
Oh my god, could you imagine if someone had just eaten it on one of those, like gone flying?
No, I can't. It'd be insane.
I
But
just need to know who decided on that because what the hell? Like just because you can doesn't mean you should.
and it's like I get trying to be different in that aspect, let's do because there's 5 of them, let's like have them come in some crazy stunt, but it was just not giving what I think they were trying to have
It
it
was
give.
like it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, you remember when Lady Gaga jumped off what we thought was like the top of the
Oh
stadium
my
for the
god,
Super
that was
Bowl?
funny.
And everyone was
Yes.
like, "Oh wow, that was crazy." I think they were like, "Okay, here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be crazy." And then it wasn't crazy. It was just very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then their pros were standing underneath them as the balls dropped.
as the balls continue to drop.
Happy New Year.
Anyways,
I cannot get over it. Like I've seen like screen grabs of them sitting on those mirror balls, just disco balls. I don't know why I'm calling it mirror ball. It's the disco ball. But like
yeah.
I don't know if it's just because they were like laughably so huge. Like they were gigantic.
Yeah.
Like
No.
bigger than like an exercise like yoga ball. Like they were
They were
massive.
massive. They were massive. I don't know. It was weird, but hey, whatever. You got to
You
try
gotta
something new every now and then.
I mean, I guess it was unreal. Like I have not stopped thinking about it. Like it'll just like pop into my head like a couple of times throughout the day and I'm just like, "Huh, oh my god, why did they do that to us?"
It was just mainly the like very awkward dancing on top of the
I know
balls for me.
they're sitting on there and just they can't move their legs because they've got them wrapped around these balls for dear life.
They're
And
just
so they're just like doing some awkward arm motions and
all of them are doing praise hands. That
and
was it.
and
They're
then
just praise.
only bending at the elbow, raising the roof, like all, and
Yes.
they all had open mouth smiles. Like I was like, this is so bizarre. Like
They
no,
hated it more than we did.
absolutely they did, absolutely, and I respect the hell out of them for being like, yeah, okay, sure, we'll do this. Like, oh my god.
Whatever. Okay, is it time to talk about the dances?
I'm trying to think. Did I have anything else about the opener? It was so great to have everybody back in the ballroom.
Yes, it was. I loved seeing Matt Walsh. Justice for Matt Walsh.
And then there was that when they showed Adrian Peterson,
he just smiled.
he just
$1,000,000 smile, baby.
just dead eyes smile. And the camera stayed on him for like 2 seconds too long. And so he's just like, he did this like cool trick with Britt. And then she's like laying out of frame, like, but he's still holding her in his arms. So he's like got these awkward shoulders and just gigantic eyes and a big smile for like 10 seconds.
They just zoomed right in on
He
him.
does not move either.
No.
Oh my god.
Barry was back. That was fun.
I love that. I love that for us.
It was cool to see everyone. I was shocked to see Jamie Lynn Spears there. All she did was just she just ran across the ballroom. Didn't hit a dance move, nothing. Just took a little jog.
That's fine. I didn't care either way.
Didn't miss her very much.
No, I honestly forgot that she was on this season.
It's kind of crazy. And it's so crazy to me that she went home on the second week. Wild.
Damn, was it really?
Yes, savage. I know. Savage.
Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You know what they say.
Yeah. Anything else before we talk about the dances?
I don't think so.
Okay. So first round, we had the redemption dances. If y'all didn't know, after 30 minutes of promo about the redemption dance round. And first up was our shining star, Allison. Allison and Sasha had a salsa to Get on Your Feet by Gloria Estefan.
So salsa was her week 1 dance, which we had to rewatch that monstrosity. And I was just like, oh god, anything but this. And obviously she's improved so much, so I knew it was going to be a lot better, thank god. But so many people, Sarah Maloof is one of them, kept sending the clip from Parks and Recreation where Leslie Knope has her like campaign song is Get on Your Feet. And they're at the ice rink for her to do a speech and everyone is like walking like on ice because the carpet doesn't go all the way. super awkwardly, and that song, just get on your feet, keeps like randomly like coming on. And so I was like, oh my God, like that's literally all I can think of in my head. But
Yeah.
I mean, literally she had nowhere to go but up from that first week because it was maybe the worst thing I've ever seen. So
The
I
bar was on the floor for this
the bar was
redemption.
in hell, honestly.
Yeah.
So um but no, she came out, it was definitely, she redeemed the hell out of it. It was really good. It just wasn't finale worthy to me, but she made it to the finale and good for her. Nothing against her, nothing like that. But like, just when you compare it to everybody else's redemption dances, it's just clearly not as good. So the scoring here really pissed me off. But I'll let you go.
I mean, I really don't even have that many notes because
I
I'll
took I
start with a
took
positive.
not one note. Not
I'll start
one.
with a positive. She looks great. She's beautiful. It looked like she had a fun time, but she dances terribly. I don't know how she got here, and I truly like could not believe that we were watching this in the finale. It was a little bit upsetting, but also at the end of the day, she has improved drastically from the first dance. And also, yes, so we get her scores. Who was her coach? Was it Carrie Ann? I guess her coach was Carrie Ann, maybe
I don't
for the
remember.
redemption round. I don't either. I'm sorry, y'all. I really didn't take amazing notes this time. But anyway, regardless, so she got her scores back, and Carrie Ann gives her a 9, which also I am a big proponent, as y'all know, of the guest judge giving everyone a 10. And I kind of also feel that way about the finale of like, it's really embarrassing if you're not getting 10s. And Allison got a 9 from Carrie Ann, which was just not warranted in my opinion.
Blasphemy.
But also, again, I wouldn't have cared if she would have gotten all 10s just because it's the finale. But she gets a 9 from Carrie Ann, which whatever.
Incorrect, but okay.
And an 8 from Derek and an 8 from Bruno, which this was like a beyond 7 dance to me. Like 7s across the board to me. But these dances too, it was such a long dance. Dance was so long, and I think Sasha just like was running out of things that he thought Allison could do. And yeah, it was not good. But 9 from Carrie Ann, 8 from Derek, 8 from Bruno for a score of 25 out of 30 on the finale night.
Okay, and then here's the other thing about the scoring. So because we didn't have anyone go home last week, everyone's scores from last week followed into the finale night. So people wound up ending the night with like 200 points or something, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like it actually hurt some people.
I do too.
But I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't have just called last week a wash and started fresh, but
yeah, like let the finale count, but I guess I don't know. Conspiracy
theory. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't like it very much, but I mean, but I still don't know how the scoring even freaking works half the time, so whatever. But I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna give it a 9, it means it was almost perfect. And like, but it's finale night. So like the premise is like, oh, it's the last one. Everyone's going all out, giving it their all. It's a feel good night.
Yeah.
So like either give them a 10 or give them a significantly lower score, but don't give them a 9 when it's not good.
Right.
Because then if someone does have a mistake, but they're still a phenomenal dancer, you've just screwed them.
Literally. So. And we saw that happen later.
Mm-hmm.
But so then we get to Jason. Jason had a foxtrot to Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra for his redemption dance.
It was so beautiful. His frame is so good.
I loved this dance. I don't think it's any secret that I thought Jason had the best night of everyone.
I agree.
I thought this was so old school Hollywood. Bruno was his coach for this one, and I could see kind of like the Bruno attitude in this dance. I thought that it was beautiful, fun, perfect in every way, perfect lines, perfect costuming. I thought that this dance, like, and we'll get to the freestyle in a little bit, but before we got to the freestyle, I thought this dance captured Jason's personality perfectly, and I just absolutely loved it. I've watched it 15 times since the finale.
It also, like, kind of paid homage to, like, the Lynn Goodman tribute to me.
Yes.
Like, the whole overall vibe and aesthetic of it was that same kind of old Hollywood. The costuming was very similar. Like, it was just elegant and
Classic
beautiful.
choreography.
Yeah, it was everything that you could want. I was really, really happy with this foxtrot.
It was so amazing. And of course, he gets perfect tens across the board. It was a great redemption dance, and he killed it.
Absolutely. I was really happy for him. I think he definitely had the best night of all 5 of them. And we can talk about the rest a little bit later, but I mean, I think the finale was the Jason show, and I was really happy for him.
I know. So next up, we had Ariana and Pasha. They had a samba to spice up your life by the Spice Girls. Her redemption dance was a samba. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that Ariana looked absolutely stunning and Pasha looked cute as ever. I thought that this dance she has not messed up all season ever
Until the finale.
And then
I think she had the worst night out of all 5.
She did. Well, besides Allison.
No, even including Allison.
Yeah, including Allison.
Allison had the best night for Allison.
And Ariana had the worst night for Ariana.
And also everyone else.
Yeah. So I just could not believe the sheer amount of mistakes. I don't know if the skirt got in her way. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she's in pain. Something about her being injured, like it's just something was not clicking for her. She missed so many moves and grabs and was offbeat, off count. Pasha at one point literally grabbed her arm and put it in a different place.
I know, I saw that.
And I was like, oh, okay, so
it was bad. It was like shocking to me how not like bad, like the worst thing I've ever seen, obviously, because that was Allison week 1. Just kidding, but like not really. But for her to have been so consistent throughout the competition and then just absolutely tank right here at the finish line, it was bad. It was not a good dance. I did not enjoy it. It looked awkward and clunky and just totally like. I also thought the song was really slow.
Yeah,
like they
it wasn't
had slowed
right.
it down significantly. The whole thing just felt off, and I was really, really, really shocked.
Me too.
I feel like, when you're right at the finish line and then you trip,
you
like
flop. She's never flopped before. I could not believe it. I was texting you and Sarah immediately and was like, what just happened?
I know, because I was like, it's not like there was just like, one mistake or, they messed something up or whatever. It was like consistently kind of a cluster the whole way through. And I was like,
really
right now.
Really rough to watch. So she gets to the scoring and she gets a 9 from Carrie-Ann, a 10 from Derek, and a 10 from Bruno, which, I mean, if it would have been fair, she would have gotten all 9s, but.
I mean, and I don't think that she deserved those 10s. I'm going to be honest. No, I like her so much and I've enjoyed her so much throughout this whole competition, but I'm sorry. That's not. If you're not going to give everyone 10s, including Allison, and you're going to judge, then judge.
Then do it fairly.
Right. Yeah. And that's been my qualm this entire season is like the weight of, like, you're not judging everyone on the same caliber. And that sucks. Like, if someone sucks, judge them accordingly. Like, everyone should have the same baseline that you judge from. And so it's just kind of bullshit that you can say this is a 9, but also this dance that's significantly not as good is a 9. And Allison's dance, she didn't mess up really badly. No. I thought she
did the choreography she was assigned. That's for
correct. Sure. Yeah, and she did it correctly. There were no glaring mistakes.
Errors, yeah.
Right. And then Ariana, it was like I was watching it and my mouth was open because I was so shocked. It's like she just fell apart. And like I said, I love her. I have nothing wrong with her. And I was really disappointed because I was like, no, you're so good. You've been so good this whole time.
Yep.
And then it just fell apart. And so I don't agree with the scoring. And I was really kind of frustrated because, like, you're telling me that Jason, who just came out and did this beautiful foxtrot, which, like, a samba is a hard-ass redemption dance. Like, let me not gloss over that fact. Like, it's a hard dance first time, then you got to do it again. Like, that sucks. But you can't say that those were both perfect scores. Like it's because they're not. Like that makes it so like
Subjective.
it's like blatant that you're like, oh well, we think she's a good dancer, so we're gonna give her a 10. But she didn't perform a 10 routine.
No, not at all. Not even close. If this would have been last week, they would have roasted her to shreds.
Yeah, I think so.
But
so it's just weird. And like I said, if you're gonna give everyone 10s for the finale, then just give everyone 10s and leave it up to the people. That's fine.
yeah, I'm with you, girlie.
So I'm gonna step off my soapbox
And
now.
then
Sorry.
it did not help her case at all that Charlie and Mark came back to perform right after that. They came out and did a reigning champion performance, and of course it was good and perfect. They did every single dance style combined into one dance, and Charlie was literally panting afterwards.
They dressed her like Pepe Le Pew.
I know, they kind of looked silly.
Or like Cruella de Vil. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I want to know who has invested in this show that has the fringe pants superstore.
Because Party Source or whatever it is.
Right. I mean, my goodness. But I mean, I don't hate it. I love a fringe pant. It's just I feel like I've never seen more than I have this season. And I honestly, so last season when we had Charlie, I was just kind of underwhelmed because obviously she's a TikTok star. She has formal dance training, not necessarily ballroom, but still, I mean, she's a dancer. She knows how to dance.
Yeah, she had 1 trillion followers on TikTok and Instagram as well.
So I was just kind of like not super thrilled about her. Not that I dislike her for any reason at all. I think she's a really lovely girl, and you know, it was really nice to see a vulnerable side of her. And I think the more I watched her in the competition, the more I kind of
like
connected to her. Yeah, of course. But I was so thrilled to see her look like she was actually having a freaking blast out there.
Yeah, because she had nothing to worry about. She just came out there to dance.
Right. And that was the best part for me. Like the dancing she did was always phenomenal on the show when she was competing. I knew this was going to be phenomenal. Like I had no reservations about that. But it brought me like joy to see her having such a good time. So I was really happy for her. And it was really nice to see her in a setting where she's not competing. So she feels like she can have fun.
Yeah. And then they congratulated Mark on becoming a dad earlier in the month, which was exciting.
Congrats, Mark.
Congrats, Mark. Very happy. And it's cute to see that they're still friends and love to dance together. So
yeah, that's fun.
Good for them. 10s all around for
absolutely.
them. Next, we had Charity and Artem's redemption dance. They had a tango. And I can't say this. It's Libertango by Astor Piazzolla. I think it was a lyrical song or whatever it was. Not lyrical. It was instrumental.
Yes. I'm obsessed with this.
You can go ahead.
It was so good. It was so freaking good. Like Artem choreographed the shit out of this dance, and Charity's body is like made for a tango or an Argentine tango or something where it's like sharp and sexy and like it just she does it so freaking well. I could not say enough good things about this dance. It was everything I could have hoped for and then some. It was so good.
I have literally no notes under anyone's until I got to Charity and Artem's dance because it was like this dance woke me up in the finale. Like I am going to say something crazy. I think this is my favorite dance of Charity's the whole season.
I could get there.
She looked like the most ballroom that she's looked all season. I thought she had the second best dance of the redemption round right behind Jason. Like, I mean, I'm talking like basically a tie for first place.
No, I think this was the best one for sure.
Okay.
Because the tango is so much harder, I feel.
And I just thought the dance felt so long, but I never wanted it to end.
I know.
I loved how it ended. I loved the ending pose. She lost both of her earrings. That's how you know she was working her ass off.
She was putting in some freaking work. Like it was so good. Oh my God, it was so good.
It was beyond precise. It was beyond fierce. And I was pissed off when Carrie Ann gave her a 9. For what? For what reason?
Because she's a bitch. I'm sorry. Sorry.
shots fired. Oh,
No,
Carrie's already upset right now because people give her a harder time for being the woman judge on the panel from her variety interview.
Okay, cool. Don't be a bitch and people won't complain. Like, it's bullshit. It is such bullshit for you to call out and say, I think there was a mistake there, but then not even be able to call it out and be like, because of that, I'm giving you a 9. That's bullshit. If you don't know what it was and you can't point it out.
There was no mistake.
Because there wasn't, no. And I'm pissed off because that's so unjust. Like,
it was unjust.
You're telling me, Carrie Ann and Abba, that chaotic ass samba and then Allison
salsa
level salsa was the same caliber as this dance. You're
wrong.
You're so incorrect that it makes me like angry.
Yeah, I was so mad.
I was heated over this. I was so pissed because like I feel like all season we've said
yes
that, we wanted Charity is technically so damn good. And like, I wanted her to have that confidence. Cause I would also talk about a lot, like when they do kind of side by side and she's not in hold with Artem, she kind of loses that confidence. Dude, she showed up and was like, I know what the hell I'm doing. And I'm about to show y'all what the hell is up. Like she looked like she had been ballroom dancing for her entire life. Like she carried herself like, yeah, I know this is about to be damn good. Watch. And so it was everything that I've wanted out of her this entire season. And for us to finally get it and be like, oh my God, she just went out there and gave it everything that she had. And then more like it, I was so pissed. It was unjust.
It was like, what did you want from her, Carrie Ann? That was it was a perfect dance, not a step out of sync. I saw a little mistake. What did you see?
Yeah, if you saw a mistake, then call it out.
She just doesn't like Artem. And poor Artem, like he was sitting there and he was just like, okay. He was just smiling like, I hate this woman's guts.
He's probably like, and that's why we didn't work out.
Yeah, truly. So of course, she gets a 9 from Carrie Ann, a 10 from Derek, and a 10 from Bruno. And Bruno could not have agreed less with Carrie Ann, or Bruno and Derek. But Derek, I believe, said something about her being like, "What are you talking about? That was perfect.
Like, what mistake did you see?" And then she couldn't tell you because she's full of shit.
She's just making it up, and she had already submitted her score of a 9. And you saw her bury her head in her hands. She was embarrassed.
She should be embarrassed because she looks like an idiot.
And
she was pissed off because that sequin dress had such a weird neckline that I know her armpit was rubbed raw. So she was pissed.
She was in a bad mood. So last redemption dance. Sochi and Val, they had a foxtrot to Unconditionally by Katy Perry.
Ugh, I'm over foxtrots to this song. I'm sorry. Okay. So
it's just funny. It's just funny to think about. Like, okay. Is this one? Do we have a deal with Katy Perry?
It's surely not my ass.
But you know what I mean. Like, does Katy have a contract where every
other season, we have to use this Katy Perry song for a slower dance? Like, why? Why? Also, she's 17. Like, what? Yeah. I don't know. It just annoyed me, but. I mean, it's Sochi, so obviously we know it's going to be freaking great. But you know what? You know who did have a very obvious mistake, if you want to call it out? Sochi and Val.
Sochi and Val.
They missed a hand grab.
Completely missed it. No one said anything about it.
And it wasn't just a hand grab because that could have been covered up better. It was supposed to be a hand grab where he then took her hand and moved it over across her face, like in a sweeping motion. And so, she recovered amazingly because when she realized she missed it, she was like, oh, shit. And then she just like did the motion on her own. And so did he. So like,
she's an actress.
Yeah, it was excellent recovery. And she's a phenomenal dancer and I love her and I have nothing against her. But this is me talking to Carrie Ann though, because like, if you want to call something out, call it out. But like, don't make stuff up when it's not there and then not be able to stand by it because you know you're being a bitch. And then when someone does mess up, you don't call it out. Why?
I'm cackling at the Carrie Ann call out tonight. Like
I'm so over it. I've been over it all season and the finale, I want it to be the best night ever because it's supposed to be. And you just like publicly shit on Charity for no reason except for to be a turd.
Yeah, you're also just like, it's just an oxymoron at this point or whatever the proper
Carrie Ann
term
is an
is.
oxymoron. I'll
It's
tell
like
you that for free.
it's like you don't hold anyone, you hold your favorites to a different standard. And I don't know, like Sochi's obviously the favorite at this point. I knew she was going to kill this foxtrot dance, and she did. It was so different than Jason's, but it was still so good to me. I thought it obviously had a great performance quality, but the missed handhold for me was a huge deal because just like Ariana, these two have never messed up all year. And then the time they do mess up, which is the most important time, you don't hold them to the same standard as someone else you believe messed up.
Right. No, exactly. We're
So
saying
it's
the same thing.
yeah, it's just like beyond, it's beyond. Like
It's
we're just
frustrating though. Like it makes there have like no like legitimacy to any of the scores. Like either be a judge or don't, and either judge everyone fairly or just say we want this person to win. Like I don't understand. I don't
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
And like
Perfect score for
I think
Sochi.
shocking. So I do think that Sochi does have the best musicality in the competition. Like she just gets it, like the rise and fall, and that she just like does it so well. I don't know how. So I mean, I love to watch her dance, and I think she's great. But I mean, just the inconsistency really ruined this for me, and I got really angry. And maybe it was my acid reflux from my steak that I inhaled, but I was like not a happy. Well, that and the fact that we had to sit through a half hour of watching shit we'd already seen before. I was just like not in a great place for like the finale, which is supposed to be the best. Like I bought a bottle of champagne and opened it for this, and I was like, I'm pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
know. And it's the stakes were the highest on finale night. And you need to really recognize the people who do it perfectly. And I don't know. It just kind of felt like she was getting perfect treatment when she wasn't perfect.
I
So,
also like never mind. I'll save that for when we get to the winner discussion.
oh, I can't wait. Okay. Back to Charity. Charity had the first freestyle of the night in the freestyle round, which, as we know about freestyles, no rules.
It reminds me of that Little Caesars commercial from like
Oh,
probably 10
yeah.
years ago where they're like, oh my God, there's no rules. And the guy's like so excited, he starts to take his shirt off, and the lady off camera goes, put your shirt back on. He's
Yeah.
like, there's one rule.
Yeah.
But no, and I forgot. Here's the thing, and this is a really hot take and an unpopular opinion. Freestyles are not my favorite.
That's okay.
Because I like to see people like I would like to be like, okay, you have a freestyle, but you need to incorporate like these two styles of dance or something like that, which they've done that before. Not as a freestyle, but like in a different setting. Just because I do like to see like something that like I know about. So I feel like I have, because freestyles, when they're all so different, I get so overwhelmed and I don't know how to feel about whose was the best because they're so, they can be anything. So I just like a little bit more structure, but I still love them. It's
Yeah.
just like I prefer something where I'm like, I know what to look for, if that makes sense.
Sure. I prefer to be like, feel like, I don't know, like I'm on crack. I feel like I want to be blown away. I want to be overwhelmed. I want to not know what to do with myself. Like I want to be just geeking out, freaking out, just like I was last year. And so I felt like last year's freestyles all really like set this year up to be, I really wanted to be blown away again like I was last year. And so I was nervous going out the gate and like starting with Charity because I was just really, I'm nervous for all of them, of course, because it's like you feel like so much weight is kind of riding on the freestyle because it's the last dance you ever do on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And so Charity goes first, and she channeled her inner cheerleader and gave us Bring It On, Dancing with the Stars version. I truly cannot relate to people who say that they did not like this routine. I thought there was plenty of dance in this for me. I went back and watched it again because I was reading a lot of the comments who were like, this is not a dance. This was no dance. There was no dance. There was plenty of dance. There was tons of content for me. There were lifts, tricks.
It took me the second watch to realize how much dance was in it. And I think that's just because there was so much happening.
Yeah.
That I couldn't take it all in.
But I was like, that is a freestyle. That is a performance. That you are pulling out all the stops. We had Navarro cheer there. We had stunts. We had flips. We had tricks. I could not believe that they did all that without a mat.
Oh my God, her. I know.
Can you believe
and then
that?
We watched her get hurt in the package, which like I'm so freaking glad that she's okay because that looked brutal. Yeah. So the first time I watched it live when it was happening, I was like so confused because it's not your traditional freestyle and that's fine. That's okay. I'm honestly surprised that Artem choreographed this because he seems more like a by the book kind of guy.
Yeah, and what we've been saying about him all season, that he's like super serious and like is going to take this super serious. And then he just kind of let her do her thing on this.
Yes. Which I loved. I loved that. Like I said, when I first watched it, I was just kind of like, whoa, what? Like sensory overload. I wish that the two things that I wish. One, I wish that they had costumed her differently so that she stood out from the crowd more.
That makes sense. I get that.
Because a lot of times, because so much was happening, it was hard for me to like spot what I was supposed to be looking at. And if she had been like in a bright, like neon yellow or like just something more different than besides having more sparkles than everyone else, I feel like that would have helped me keep my eye on her. And also I wish that Artem had been a part of it more, which obviously when you're stunting and doing like serious tricks, like she soared 5,000 feet in the air. Like it was amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Like there's only so much that he can do with that. And I wish that I had seen more of Artem in this dance because I feel like it was so fun. But I mean, it woke me up. That's for sure.
I was lit on fire. I was so happy for her. It looked like honestly, I cannot believe that she hit those stunts like that.
It was crazy.
Those were insanely difficult stunts. She's in here like heel stretching. She's doing like, I mean, the basket tosses, but just the stunts alone that she was doing, those were intense.
I know. It was really, really wild.
I was truly blown away, honestly. Like, I could not believe how good it was.
And this is the time where I had to like remind myself there's no rules. Because I am such a like rule follower where I'm like, well, it doesn't have the kind of like thing that I would want from this kind of dance, like what I said about the samba rolls with somebody else earlier in the competition. But like, I had to remind myself, there's no rules. Like, I just don't. I think it's because I never know what to expect, and then it's like production goes all out, and there's so much happening that I'm just kind of like overwhelmed, and I'm like, oh, it's good. I think I don't know. I'm confused. I'm concerned. But I was so happy for her. She looked totally in her element. And like I said, the second time I watched it, I definitely noticed more dancing. And unfortunately, my favorite moment of the routine was not Charity at all. It was when Gleb turned around and struck that cheerleader hands on hips, legs spread pose. It
was so good.
It was so funny.
He hands her off and then he gets in formation.
Like, I know. It was so good. It was so good. But
I also loved the music. Loved the music.
Yeah, it was fun. It was high energy. And I just loved that, again, she came out and she had this confidence and she knew she was about to slay that shit, and she did. And I was so happy for her. I think she and Jason were tied for the best night to me.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you. And I did not expect that at all from her. I really didn't. I was not expecting Charity to have like this breakaway night. And I'm so glad that she did because she deserved it. And one thing you and I have talked about offline is some of the hate that Charity has received this season, which is something that you and I really did not notice throughout the season, but it's since been brought to our attention that a lot of people had issues with this dance, and that kind of further perpetuated a lot of the hate comments that she was getting on Instagram. And it feels like a shame because she even went so far as to like repost a post from her brother that said that she's been fighting with adversity and negativity on the show, which, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I've loved her all season. Never wanted her eliminated. I thought she had an incredible night of performances, and it makes me really sad that her experience has been tainted by negative commentary, whether it be about her dances or about who she is. But I don't know. I felt like we should mention that just to be fair to Charity and her experience on the show. And I'm just really sad that she felt that and experienced these negative comments and stuff.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think the biggest thing for us was that like the Harry and Allison hate was so much more like prominent, like in your face. And like I didn't realize that people were like going to Charity's like Instagram and like talking shit to her on there about not, and it's not even like, first of all, if I don't like someone's dance, like I would never, even after that week one horrendous performance, I would never have gone on Allison's social media and been like, you suck, you should go home. Because guess what? If you do that shit online, you're an asshole.
Yeah, and we said we stood up for Harry's cyberbullying, so it's only fair to do the same for Charity and like
Yeah.
people calling her names and calling her out for looking boring or negative or mean. It's like, what? Where are you seeing this?
You can give like your opinion in a nice way, but you don't it who are you to these are people first.
Yeah.
I know we all get caught up in it, especially when it's all happening so fast and there's so much like you get excited and
yeah,
and it can just, you have to be aware that like you're talking about a real person, and it's not like, it's just, you can't, just don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like don't.
It makes me sad.
Yes, because she was truly amazing. All season long, we've talked about how freaking beautiful she is, how elegant and stunning, and her lines and her skill. And a couple of times we said, you know, I wish that I'm waiting for something more, just because she came out of the gate so strong and talented. And I was like, she can take this to the next level. Which sometimes, you know, people can't. And that's not because they're not trying. It's just because they're giving it all that they can, because no two people are the same. And so I just don't understand.
She's also never not been in the top 4 in my head. I mean, from day one, from night one, I'm pretty sure we predicted this top 4 night one. Like she's always been there. Were there weeks that I thought she could break away and win this whole thing if she just gave us that redemption dance a couple weeks ago? I would have been like, she can win this mirror ball.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't understand. Like we've had people on the show that come from problematic pasts that use it as their redemption arc. We've had people that are like, you see in like their packages and stuff, they act like little immature babies or bratty or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there are people who have had stuff happen either on the show or prior to the show where, you know, it's more warranted to be like, I don't think that this is a good person.
Yeah. Or altered your opinion of them or their behavior or their attitude. But she never gave us any of that.
No, she didn't do anything. She was just minding her own business, dancing her ass off. So I just don't understand why people have to be so mean. For what?
Yeah. I know. And I went back and looked at a lot of the comments on everyone's post. Like everyone's getting some hate, truly. Not as much as Charity, I would say, but I mean, I myself am guilty of giving Allison a lot of hate on this podcast, but I'm not going to go comment it on her, you know, Instagram or like it. More so when I'm talking about Allison, it's coming from a place of jest, but I think the comments that Charity was getting were like deep-rooted hate and anger, and it's just weird. So we just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, because we've stood up for Harry, and we have even said like all of this, like whether or not you like someone's dancing, I'm sure that they are a wonderful person. Like it's literally, it's just a reality TV dancing show.
Yeah.
And so for people to get so riled up and feel that their opinion of someone's dancing makes it okay for them to go online and say horrible, hateful things to people is so wrong. And I'm just really embarrassed because I love this show. I've loved this show for a long time, and I don't want to taint the whole point of it because people don't know how to act on the internet. So everyone just do better. if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah. And I think too, it's been a good lesson for me to like think before I type and react better, like listen to others' opinions and yeah, just be a little bit smarter and be a
Yeah.
little bit nicer. Cause like I said earlier in the Harry episode, I want everyone's publicist to tell them to do this show. And I don't want people to be scared by some of the hate that these other people have received. Whether,
No,
no matter what it's
yeah.
about. And so I know.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So
that's
I
how I
want,
feel.
and I'm really glad that we talked about this because it just it's so important that like people treat each other with kindness and respect, and saying something and like making a joke is one thing, but like if someone tells you that's not cool or this is uncomfortable or whatever, like it's your job to like listen to that information and take it and try to do better moving forward. So, I mean, I
Right.
think we all just, especially after such a volatile season, and it's because now we have social media constantly, it's everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I want to say even more so than it's ever been.
Right.
And so it's just, it, it's really easy to get caught up in it. And so we all just need to like think and be cognizant and, you know, think through what we want to say before we just put it out there.
Right.
And I'm guilty of that too. So,
yeah. So I'm really proud of Charity. I was really proud of this freestyle and how she handled herself throughout the season. And it's even crazier to know she was doing it while experiencing all this. So I'm just really proud of her. She ended on such a high with this dance and it was so lit. I loved it. To
yeah, it
all
was
tens across the board.
well deserved.
So then,
Sorry. One more thing. To the people who are saying that it wasn't a dance routine, first of all, it was a freestyle, which I struggle with. I've admitted it like 10 minutes ago. It's okay that there's no like dance structure or rules. We all have to get over that. However,
it's
someone
also
brought this.
TV. Like this is
Well,
television.
I mean, duh, but I'm just trying to go there. So someone brought up, I think I want to say it was on Reddit that I saw, and they were like, Sean Johnson in her freestyle did a bunch of gymnastic shit and like tumbling and stuff. And everyone thinks that that's one of the best freestyles of all time. So I just like want everyone to bring the same energy from one person to another. If you're going to talk about the dance, same with the judges. If you're going to talk about the dance and say XYZ about it and judge it on this criteria, you got to do it for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. I'm right there with you. I thought it was lit. Perfect way to start off the freestyle round. So
it was lit.
After Charity, we get to Jason. Jason and Daniela's freestyle to Happy.
Dude, you got your fedora, baby.
Let me tell you, that fedora, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. This dance was nonstop energy. It was so iconic. I was absolutely blown away with how in step he was with Daniela and every single other pro on the ballroom floor. He moved across the whole ballroom. I was so entertained. I could have watched that dance 50 times. And like I said about his foxtrot, I thought that was the most Jason dance ever. But then we get to his freestyle, and I was like, that dance was Jason Mraz.
Yes.
Everything you think about him, Daniela perfectly incorporated that into one nonstop ball of fun and just peace and love, like the big peace and love thing hanging from the ceiling and just like, just pure joy. I mean, blown away.
He was having the best time. They also probably took 7,000 steps in those like 3 minutes that they performed. I don't think they had both feet touching the ground the entire time.
Ever. Yeah.
Like my heart was like racing. Like I was like, how are you standing and breathing and not just like in a heap on the floor? It was crazy.
Yeah. I could not believe it was not. I mean, it's like that's what I wanted from the freestyle. And like Charity started this round off so strong. And I was like, damn, how do you come out after that? And then Jason matched the energy perfectly. It was just beautiful and so good.
It was so freaking
Put that
good.
man on Broadway. I'm serious. Put him on Broadway. He's going to get jobs. He is 100% going to get scouted out on Broadway after he gets done with his tour.
I was so blown away by him. I was so happy. I think you're totally right. It was perfectly Jason Mraz, just like in a dance.
Yeah.
I was thrilled. I could not have loved it more. And this is like where I struggle because I'm like, oh, how do I even compare that to Charities to see who I like better because they're
Truly.
polar opposites.
Yeah.
But
100%.
I mean, damn, it was so damn good. And like I was so, like the whole time I was watching it, I was like stressed out because I was like, there's so many freaking moves in this that it would be easy to miss one or go wrong or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But he
And
didn't.
he had to learn 3 dances. So
He sure did.
he did. I don't know. Did you or do you have this in your notes? When was the Santa performance? Because I don't have it in my notes, but I feel like we should talk about it. I don't know when it happened.
Well, let me tell you this again. I took not one single note.
Okay. Well, we did have a cute little interlude at one point. It might have been before the freestyle round, and we forgot of a return of the champions, if you will, with Hannah Brown, Rashad Jennings, Alfonso, Julianne giving us a little dance number. A nice little Santa performance, and Alan and Hannah reunited on the ballroom floor, and Emma and Rashad, and it was fun. It was really cute. Jumped off the season.
Seeing Rashad Jennings back on my screen made everything feel right in the world. Nature
And
is healing.
he was literally still dancing like he never left the show.
I love that man.
He was so good. Also, something we haven't talked about yet, Jenna being in every single person's dance.
Yeah.
The most hardworking woman in America.
Truly.
Truly.
Truly. Like, oh, okay. Just, you don't have to flex on us that hard, Jenna.
No, she does, though. Okay, so then back to freestyles. We have.
Wait. The Santa one, though, let's talk about how Julianne had on that god awful dress where I know you could see her ass crack from the back. And
it was not rated PG-13. That dress was certainly not.
It was rated T for throw it in the trash because it's terrible. So she changed for this little number.
Yeah.
And she looked hot as hell.
She always does.
And then she put that ugly ass. I don't care if it's designer. You know what? designers make stupid shit all the time. Just because it's a name brand, you know, Italian designer doesn't mean that it looks good. Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm like protecting myself. I'm like, well, I can never afford that shit, so I don't want literally sour grapes.
I'm over here cackling, laughing so hard. I'm like, yeah, let's shit on designers because we can't afford them.
Hey, I have a purse from Amazon.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to think of what designer things I have. Can't even make a list, not even on one hand. But yeah, you're right. Like, it's like she was styled by someone. And again, she had a contract similar to Katy Perry's. She had a contract and was required to wear that gown because I don't know why she put it back on. I really don't.
It was bad. It was so bad. And I know other people have worn it, and I know that fashion is objective, but like, was her ass crack out? Yes or no?
It had to be. They never showed her backside, so it had to be out, right?
Yeah, they couldn't because I feel bad for the people standing behind her in the skybox because they were just like, wow, crack is whack.
Staring
into the abyss.
Literally. Okay, back to freestyles now, for real. Enough about Julianne's crack. Pasha and Ariana had a freestyle to Run the World Girls and Level Up by Sierra.
This was Pasha's freestyle. I'm sorry.
No, literally. Pasha crumped. Pasha was crumping in this dance.
We can't say that word. That word is banned from our vocabulary.
Wait, is it really?
It is because it makes me think of that god awful scene from Bring It On All or Nothing with Hayden Panettiere where she is at the inner city school and she meets that boy and he teaches her what crumping is and she's like trying to do it. Oh my God, that scene lives rent free in my head and Pasha I would do anything to evict it.
Pasha was dancing very hard.
He was hip hopping.
He was hip hopping very hard. I thought this was a fun freestyle. I thought Ariana got to be the powerhouse. It felt like it was music video night all over again, but I did not enjoy it as much as I enjoyed her Britney dance.
Correct.
And I hate saying this because I have loved her all season, but this freestyle just kind of underwhelmed me a little bit, and I am sad to say that because she has done nothing but overwhelm me all season, and just the finale night just wasn't her night.
It was not her night at all. I did not like this very much.
And I hate that. I really
I know. I
do.
was so disappointed because, I mean, she's given me no reason to think this entire competition that she would be anything short of amazing on the finale night. And it just felt so flat. And I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And I like her so much. And I would have loved to see her win as well, just to really stick it to Tom Sandoval. But at least he got eliminated from both of the reality shows that he was on, and she made it to the finale. So take
Yeah.
that,
And I really did
player.
love getting to see Pasha choreograph his first freestyle and make it to his first final. And yeah, I mean, the dance, it was high energy. Of course, she looked stunning. She always does. But again, I don't know if there was some sort of like injury holding her back, but her movements just were not all the way there to me
No,
tonight.
no, it was a little messy as well.
But they gave her perfect tens
And that's
across the
fine.
board.
That's fine. If we're going to give perfect tens for the freestyle, then we should. And I will never forgive you guys for not giving Kel Mitchell a perfect 10 for his freestyle. So that's that on that.
Lynn, while you may rest in peace, I do not forgive you for that.
No,
Truly.
no, never will. Justice for Kel. Sorry.
Speaking of someone who didn't get tens in their freestyle dance, Allison and Sasha had a freestyle to Enchanted by Taylor Swift and Poppy by Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, yes. The combo we've all been dreaming of.
Terrible choice in combination.
It
but
just,
you go.
They pulled it off really well. When I saw this, I was like, this is going to be a disaster. Because I was like, how the hell are you going to combine these two things? You're not. But they did, and it was okay. I thought the Taylor Swift piece was beautiful. It was so different than what you normally see for a freestyle, and it fit her very well, and I really, really liked that. She looked absolutely beautiful. And then you know what? The part to Poppy was really damn fun.
Very fun.
I really liked it. I really did.
No, very fun. Honestly,
after I watched that, I added that song to my wedding playlist. I'm not kidding.
No, it's so good.
The reception, not the ceremony.
Walk down the aisle, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was prepared to hate it. And of course, I loved it. Of course, I loved the beginning. Here's what I think that the Poppy part really encapsulated Allison's personality and like her fun, crazy, like little shimmy shaky spirit. But the beginning was beyond incredible to me.
It was so beautiful.
I wish that the whole day, and I know that freestyle, like you still want to have that boom, boom, pow moment or whatever, but
not the Black Eyed Peas.
But I know, I was like, okay, I guess I'm thinking about them right now. I'm thinking Super Bowl performance halftime or something.
Oh God.
But the beginning was so beautiful to me. The choreography, Sasha's best work all year. Her entrance, the dress, the Taylor Swift of it all, how much she loves Taylor Swift. I thought I could have had her do a whole Taylor Swift themed dance, and I think that it would have blown me away. Mm-hmm. When the Poppy part came out, I just genuinely kind of like, she reverts back to where she just gets so loosey-goosey and like lost. And there's just a lot of clapping off beat, but hey, honestly, that's kind of how I expected it to end. I wish it would have been all the Enchanted version or all the Enchanted part, but she looked amazing. I thought she danced her most confident and just her most free. And I love that this was her last dance because it really just kind of like wrapped up her experience on the show for me.
Yeah, I smiled the whole time, this entire performance. I was so, so, so happy for her. And it was so nice to see her just really come into her own, as painful as it was sometimes, many a time.
Most of the time.
But, I mean, this was like the perfect way to end her Dancing with the Stars journey. And I was really, really genuinely happy for her. And I was so glad that it all came together. The only thing I will say about this is that it was significantly shorter than everyone else's.
Yeah, and had much less choreography.
But you know what? You go out there and you play to your strengths. If you know that you don't have 3 minutes worth of good choreography in you, then go out there and do your damn best for the time that you can. And she did it. And I was really, really proud of her. And I was proud of Sasha for putting together something that showcased her.
Yes, and didn't embarrass her.
Correct.
So then we get to the scores, which I find interesting. She got a 9 from Carrie Ann, a 9 from Derek, and a 10 from Bruno.
Bruno
And
understands the assignment.
no, he really does. Y'all know. Y'all have listened to this podcast 12 episodes by now. If you're a good person, you have.
A good person.
And you know how I feel about Allison's dancing. But if anybody deserved all 10s for once, at least once on the show, it was her. Give it to her. Give her the 3 10s. Seriously, that grinds my gears so hard that they did not give her a perfect score.
I know.
I'm annoyed. I'm just annoyed by that because
and
everyone deserves it.
It's like a reward for like you worked your ass off and made it here.
Yes, it's a rite of passage.
And because there's no rules for a freestyle, how can you give it anything less than a 10? Because there's no rules.
Boom. Boom.
Mic drop.
I will die on that hill that everyone deserves all 10s on freestyles. Always.
Unless you come out and like actually like screw up, like fall flat on your damn face or forget all of the choreography.
Or just stand there.
Right. Then you deserve a 10. It's like a consolation prize for like, you made it to the finale. You came out here and you gave it your all. You did what best showcases you. And we love you because you've done it. Like, I don't understand. It's just so unnecessary. Like, it just is. Like, I get it if the redemption one, you want to judge, you know, for real, quote unquote, whatever that freaking means these days. But the freestyle, just give it a 10.
Just give it a 10 every time.
Yeah.
I'm with you. So last but certainly not least, Sochi and Val had a freestyle to Q Color by District 78. Or Q Calor.
No.
District 78. Q Color.
Is it QUE?
Yes, it is.
That's K.
That's K Color. That's K Color by District 78.
There it is.
You know me, I struggle with this part.
It's that
pronunciation.
That olive branch.
It's that olive branch Mississippi Spanish. I'm doing my best.
Oh, God bless us. Yeah, obviously you didn't study abroad in Spain like some of us.
Wow. Okay.
Still talks about it at 30 years old.
Literally.
Just kidding. What you go first?
Well, I don't have that many notes, but I thought that the stage setting and the production value of this was amazing. I felt like I was all in. Like, it just felt so gloomy and like moody, but I don't know. It was like fierce and fiery. I loved I think it was like a projection. I don't think those were like candles on the stairs. They might have been, but it kind of
fire hazard.
Yeah, but it looked like a
it looked like an altar kind of. Like
it was really cool. I loved the setting. Of course, I thought Val looked as sexy as ever. And Sochi went out there, killed this dance. It was one of the most incredible freestyles. This one will go down, like, be ingrained in my memory. This will be one that I recommend for people to watch in future seasons. I loved it. Loved the energy. And when she performed this dance, I thought, well, she's probably going to win.
Yeah.
It was
awesome.
It was like it all just came to me at once. It was like, this girl's got it in the bag for sure.
I love that she chose this to represent like her heritage and where she comes from. I thought that it was so freaking good. She looked like she ran the world, honestly.
Yeah, literally.
Like, she led the show and I just couldn't take my eyes off of her. Yeah. It was the perfect like mashup of like a paso doble or like a tango, and then she rips that skirt off and she's like, and now it's about to get badass up in here.
I loved that. And the way she can just look into the camera with such confidence, like none of these other performers. It's really incredible.
She works the camera like a queen.
Yeah. She looked like a queen.
Yeah, she killed it. I mean,
mature.
She ate and left no crumbs. I mean, she just has it. She just has it.
She does.
I hope that she has a really long career ahead of her, a long successful career, because she really is so talented. Like, And
Me too.
I just think that she's so great. And for her to be 17 years old and have this like maturity while still being like a goofy kid is so nice and refreshing. And I just really do want all the good things to come her way.
Same. Same. And a mirror ball trophy is a good place to start.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So then we get to elimination.
No, we don't.
We got to a commercial.
No, we got to Jason.
What did we get to Jason? Oh my God. Jason
what do you mean? What did we get to Jason? It
Jason...
was the primary colors dance.
It was another dance sponsored by the Wiggles.
Truly.
Jason performed his song, I Feel Like Dancing, and he performed the heck out of it. He learned a whole other dance
He was great. He was so great. That song is like high key a banger though.
I know. And he said on the first night in his package, he said that he had never really danced before, and then that music video kind of was the first time he had ever danced on camera, and then seeing him perform it live kind of felt full circle for him, and I just thought that was so fun.
I know. It was great. And then Derek joined in and was singing as well.
Oh my God.
That was
the Huffs. The Huffs do not sit down. They are the modern day Ryan and Sharpay.
Yes.
Evans. 100%. Yes. Like no doubt. No doubt.
1000%.
They are involved in everything on this show. They are like, like the annoying kids who always go back to their high school. Like that's Derek and Julianne with Dancing with the Stars.
Damn it.
They will never leave.
But in the most loving way.
Yes, in the most loving way. And I do love Derek. And oh my gosh, we forgot to talk about Derek.
Oh my God, and Haley.
So the day after the show wrapped, Derek had a performance in right outside of Washington, D.C. And at the end of the tour performance, his wife, I'm going to find his Instagram post really quick. I had it pulled up. Here it is. At the end of last night's tour performance in Washington, D.C., my wife, Haley, became disoriented and was taken to the hospital. She was diagnosed with a cranial hematoma from a burst blood vessel and required an emergency craniotomy, and she is in stable condition. I want to thank the first responders and medical personnel who have cared for her and continue to care for her. I ask for your prayers and positivity during this time. So she suffered a severe traumatic injury out of nowhere. And those, like, I didn't know much about what that was until I Googled it. Those are very, very serious. And not
any kind of bleeding in or around the brain is so serious.
Yeah, and you can lose your life very quickly. And I'm so thankful that she was able to get immediate care and get a surgery, have that surgery immediately. I mean, that's crazy. And you have my friend Elena, who's a physical therapist, she was telling me that she works with patients who have had this before, and it's a majorly long recovery.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine. Goodness me.
And when your job is your body, that's insane.
I know. I hate it for them so bad. I'm so glad that she's okay.
Oh my God. Me too.
And her mom provided an update today, I saw. She replied to some comments on Derek's post and was like, thank you all so much for this outpouring of love. She is awake, I think.
Oh my God, thank God.
She said. So she's improving. Things are going in the right direction. It's going to be a road, I believe. So,
wow.
But
prayers for Haley, because Haley is also a major star on the show. Whenever she comes on and blows us away with Dancing with Derek, I mean, I'm just so glad she's going to be okay. And she's built to recover, so she's going to be okay. But wow, really crazy.
It's so scary. So,
so now let's talk about elimination.
Also so scary.
Yeah. Also,
but because. Here's the thing, though. I truly was at peace with anyone winning besides Allison, just because, only because we had, the same thing with Bobby Bones. It's not because I dislike this person or don't think that they've improved, which is what the show is about.
Right.
But when you're surrounded by such more talented people that you're competing directly against, it kind of sucks when that person wins.
Yeah.
And not because I dislike her or don't acknowledge the fact that she's come a freaking long ass way from where we started, just because I think everyone else is
leaps and bounds better.
Significantly better. Yeah.
So I was like nervous, and I said this in the group too. Like, I was trying to prepare myself for her to win it all, just because I didn't want to be devastated if she did. And then when she got called for 5th place, I was like, okay, I'm happy. No matter what happens tonight, like, I'm happy.
I agree. Once that happened, the weight was off my shoulders. I was like, I would be happy with any of these 4 people winning, because Charity and Jason had the best nights.
They had, okay, yeah, let's talk about the finale as a whole. Charity and Jason, I think Jason had the best night overall. Charity right behind him.
I'll agree with that.
And I mean, Sochi obviously had an incredible night, but she still had a mistake, like a big flub. Mm-hmm. And so that kind of put her a little bit, knocked her down a little bit on my hierarchy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so at the end of this night, I was like, holy cow, like, Jason really just made his case. He could win this thing too. So at this point, I was like, okay, I'm prepared to be shocked. Like, who's going to be in 4th place? And I had this kind of like weird feeling all of a sudden that Jason was going to get 4th place, just because I was scared. But then Charity and Artem got called for 4, which I feel like was fair considering the season. Like, she was always kind of 4th place in my mind. Like, she was always finale worthy in my mind. But I really thought tonight she could have pulled in front of Ariana.
I agree with that.
So then Ariana and Pasha 3rd place, which I think Ariana was disappointed. I know that Pasha had to be. It was his first finale, and I think he had his best chance so far with Ariana. And then I was kind of shocked that Ariana was 3rd, because throughout the whole season, I thought Ariana was going to be 1st or 2nd. And so I was like, oh my God, Ariana's 3rd. And now we have our bottom 2, Jason and Sochi.
Top 2, you mean?
You know what bottom 2 to be called. I'm sorry. I'm so used to every time it being who's going to go home rather than who's going to win. So we have our top
It's a different dynamic.
Yeah, we have our top 2, which turn out to be Jason and Daniela and Sochi and Val. And then we cut to commercial.
So rude.
Ridiculous, too.
Someone should be fired for that.
I know. I'm like, we had 3 hours. And now you want to cut to a commercial now?
They did it for dramatic effect, and it didn't come across correctly because it just pissed everyone off.
This show is such a cluster.
This show is out to get me, personally.
No, this show is actually nuts. But so then we find out that our winners are deservedly Sochi and Val, which puts Jason and Daniela in a 2nd place position. What did you think whenever it was all said and done?
Okay. I'm happy for Sochi. I love her. I think she totally deserved it. I think, like I said, any of the top 4, any one of them could have taken it home and I would have been fine.
Yeah.
I wanted Jason to win, so I was disappointed. And I think the biggest thing that bothers me right now, thinking about it, are we ever going to have someone under or over the age of 20 win this competition again?
I don't know. I really don't know. It'll be interesting. It will be interesting for sure. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, part of me was disappointed when Jason didn't win. But it's not because I didn't want Sochi to win or didn't think Sochi deserved it. But I really wanted Jason to pull through there at the end. But I'm still happy with how it all shook down. I think Charity should have been in 3rd place after last night.
I agree with that.
Ariana in 4th and Allison obviously 5th.
Yeah. I think the biggest overarching theme of this season is just the judging inconsistency.
Yeah.
That has really bothered me this whole time. And so it's just I feel like it takes some of the legitimacy away from it's just really hard to see someone and be like, wow, that was so good, and then see someone else and be like, that was not good, and then they get the same score.
Yeah. So I think that was our biggest point of contention the whole season. That goes along with the transparency. Like, next year we better get an accurate bottom 2 so we can kind of start to learn where people stand.
Correct.
Because I mean, in our eyes, for all intensive purposes.
Intense and purposes?
I'm tired. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
it could have been Allison in first place this whole time, and we would have never known.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I'm very happy with the season. We got so many great dances out of this season, and I don't know, another great another great year podcasting with you, which is always my favorite thing to do, and another great year in the Facebook group and making new friends and meeting more people that way and getting more listeners. Thank you all so much for listening to this podcast. You really our Spotify Wrapped showed that we've had a lot of growth this year, and it's only because of you, because you hit play. So, thanks.
Yeah, and it like, I mean, the numbers are still nowhere near enough for us to like quit our full-time career jobs. Maybe one day, but like to see like triple digit growth in a year is absolutely insane. And like, it ain't much, but it's honest work, y'all. And
and y'all want to hear from us, which makes it easy to, I mean, talking with Katie is easy for me, but it makes it really easy to like want to stay up late and record it and put out something funny and laugh with y'all. So thanks so much for your support and your friendships. It's been really, really fun, and I cannot wait to do it next year.
I know, same. I would love nothing more than for us to get a spring season, even if it's just a short one, but
oh my God, I know.
But next year we'll do it all again.
We love you guys so much. Sochi and Val. Season 32 champs. Sochi and Val.
All right. Well, until next year, you guys, we love you so, so much. And again, we cannot even express our gratitude to y'all for all the support and all the commentary and feedback. This podcast would be nothing without you guys. And, you know, half the time you're half the podcast because you say so much funny shit on the internet. So,
yeah,
we just really couldn't do it without you. And I'm sad to see her go.
Sad to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. Hey.
Hey.
Love you guys.
Hey, what do you call balls in the sky?
Mirror balls.
The finale.
The finale. I love it. I love it.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.